It is a beautiful day here today, but it's very windy. If you can see the top of those trees up there, they're blowing around pretty good. This is our windy season. See what I'm saying? It's definitely our windy season, and unfortunately during this entire season, for like a month or a month and a half, it's almost too windy to fly any kind of drones, which is not fun for me because, you know, this is what I do on my channel. But it is what it is. You know, there's only so much you can do. You can't tell Mother Nature what her plans are. You just gotta let things ride out. So, what do you guys think of the hair, man? I think it is good enough to have chunk. I'm gonna wet it down, and I'm gonna pull it down and let it curl a little bit, and then I'm gonna kind of like punge it a little bit until it expands just a tad bit, and then I think I've got his hair down. So I think we're definitely gonna do chunk for Halloween. But Sunday, I'm not only doing the Carolina Reaper challenge, but I've also got my movie night that I normally do. I've got my 100-inch screen and stuff. Look, I'll just show you what I got the setup. Hold on. Alright, so this is the setup here. Hold on a sec. Pop this open. So, got my 100-inch screen there for, I'm calling it Devil's Night movie night. It goes all the way to the council. Got my projector. And then I got my 2 puke buckets for the Carolina Reaper challenge, and I did bring some of my recording equipment and an extra cell phone for the live streaming for Facebook. And then I just got a bunch of my stuff here. Got my cooler that we're going to put some ice in just in case somebody can't cool down or they start overheating for whatever reason. I've never eaten anything this hot, so I'm not even sure what to prepare for. I got some milk in the fridge now, and I'm hoping that it's only going to mess me up for like 2 hours and then I'll start feeling better, but you never know with this kind of stuff. So, yeah, man, I'm all ready for Devil's Night Sunday. Wanted to make sure I had all my equipment set up. I've even got my FM tuner bar in here to plug into the projector so that I can run it through their sound system that they have there. So it should be pretty intense, man. It should be a good time. I never turn down. I do movie night for free. I enjoy doing it, and I have the equipment, so I figured why not. I always have a lot of my patron friends that I hang out with that go to a lot of the places I go to that enjoy it. So I do, man. I enjoy doing this type of stuff, man. It's fun for me. So let's go check the mailbox and see if that SJX-31 drone has come in yet, man. I've been waiting for this and waiting for it and waiting for it, and I've had nothing. So let's see here. Nope, no mail lady yet. Oh well. Alright, man, what's going on, guys? So I want to talk about the Hubsan X4 H501S. I've had it for going on 2 months now, maybe 2.5 months, and I'm going to give my 2.5 month review and talk about things that I've noticed. And I'm not sure if there's ways to prevent these things from happening, but we're definitely going to talk about them. So without further ado, the Hubsan X4 H501S 2-month review. Alright guys, here you go. So, I've got my Hubsan X4, and I have been oiling or lubricating the bearings. Every month I do 1 small coat of oil in each bearing set, and if you turn this over and you take off this plastic light housing, you can get to the bottom bearing. I lubricate them once a month, and no problems. Listen how smooth they are. Nothing. So for those of you that kept saying that you don't oil or lubricate the bearings because they're closed bearings, yeah, no, just do it. It does work, and no problems, no sound coming out of it, no issues. So there you go, guys. I will have to say that the battery mod that I made here by cutting the 2 notches in the back to allow the wires to stick out was an excellent idea. I'm so glad that that has happened. That I chose to do that mod, and so yeah, I have flown this now probably over 60 flights, all of them lasting anywhere from 15 to 18 minutes, and I have had absolutely no problems with the battery expanding or getting larger. I'm still running the original battery, and I never run it below 7 volts, so it never destroys the battery. I never push this quad hard. I never put it in altitude mode and just rip up the battery real quick, with a 10-minute flight. And I don't push my motors hard, nothing. And I'll tell you what, guys, it's very quiet, and it's still working out good. This is not a quad you really want to push hard. It's not. I would not say that's a good thing to do. So for those of you flying this aggressive, there's reasons why you run into certain problems, man. A lot of people create their own problems. So yeah. Anyways, I have had no problems with this. The only issue I had the other day, and I'm not sure if that was the controller having a problem or the quad itself having an issue, but for some reason there was lag in the 2.4. I would push the accelerator, and this is only 5 or 6 feet from me. I would push the accelerator, I'd give it throttle, and it would sit there for a second, then it would go up. And then I would decrease throttle, and it would continue going up, and then after like a 2 or 3 second delay, it would start coming down. So there was a major delay one day in between the transmitter communicating with the quad and the quad communicating with the transmitter. I have no clue what caused it. I have no idea. It was a little sketchy. If I had been up in the air when that happened, I don't know how I would have reacted. I might have panicked and hit RTH. Because if it's not listening to what I'm telling it to do instantly when I tell it to do it, that's not good. You could hit someone in the face or run it into a tree, or so it's just that's not. I have no clue what caused that reception issue or why it decided to lag, but it did. As far as the controller goes, I still have my stock antennas mounted on the outside, and it still seems to be my best thing to do. I have a buddy that's trying to clone his firmware from his controller, his the 2.8 or the 2.7. Let's see, the 4.2.8 is what he's trying to clone and make available to me, and then I would offer that to anybody who wanted to downgrade so that they can remove the restrictions from the TX, because it's just crazy that you can't fly as far as you want to within reason. But yeah, we're going through that. As far as 1.1.17 goes, I've had no issues with it really. It's been a very stable platform. It's been something I can deal with. So really all I think I want to do is upgrade the transmitter, or downgrade the transmitter, because right now it's got 4.2.14 and it just sucks. So I have no range on it whatsoever, and I would like to take this down to 4.2.8 or even 4.2.7. So, I mean, after 2 months, guys, I've had no issues. The camera's been good. The unit itself has been good. I've had absolutely no problems with it. So, 2-month review in, even the original battery mod that I made is still working perfect. I rarely ever have to charge that, and that's 2,000 milliamps, 25C, 7.4 volt, hooked into the built-in JST connector. So. That's and then my enlarged screen guard that I glued on there is excellent. So you don't have to stick with Hubsan's silly crap stock one. Go ahead and find one that is larger if you want to, because this thing's a beast and it does perfect outside. So that's it, guys. That's my 2-month review. I've had no issues, no battery expansion, no nothing. It's been a very good quadcopter so far. It's been fun. I've had a great time with this thing. So. Alright guys, drone worship, and I'm out. Toodaloo.
Give yourself to the dark side.